Hey everyone, I hope that you're doing fantastic. I'm just hopping on here because, well, I'm really bored. I'm Shannon. This is Apex Tarot, a pure spirit. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Yeah, I've just been bored. I've done quite a few videos today for you all for the second half of September. I've talked so much today, I'm just like, what's the date? But anyway, I'm bored, and I got to look at a book from a card deck that I had bought recently. It is the Golden Wheel Tarot here, and I noticed that something was going on, you know, outside of just something private began to go on. And energetically, and this Justice card showed itself, and I was just curious to see what the book said about it, and I loved what it describes about this Justice card, and so I want to read it to you. If you're going through any kind of legalities, or you've come through something like that, or you just energetically have went through things with people recently, or even within the last couple of years, and you've just really had a hard time energetically fighting whatever, for whatever reason, I don't care what it is, spiritual or natural or both, because it's all both, really, as above so below, right? Then, you know, I want you to take a listen to what this book describes about this Justice card of the truth. Now, the sun is going to be going into Libra on the 22nd, 23rd, so really karmic energy this card is, right? And so, you know, people who are in their upright can just do the happy dance for what I'm fixing to read on this card, because it is justice time, y'all. It's time for people to cut out the bull crap, in which many of us did that last night with that full moon and everything. But I want to read to you what this, to me, it just got me excited, because I'm all for standing in the upright. I'm all for seeing the wicked get out of the earth realm, or I'm all for the wicked coming awake and going, what am I doing? Let me, ask the Creator, please help me, and let them, learn a lesson and never turn back to doing that again, whatever they were doing, and, hurting other people. There was a couple of reads for the second half of September that I was just like, oh my gosh, come on, people. But unfortunately, there's positive and negative energies all day long, every day. And those of us who want to stand in the positive and be a person of integrity, well, this is the kind of energy that we will stand in, and we will stand and see our enemy be cut away every time. If they want to be in that negative stuff and, be lying, deceiving animals that they want to look at themselves like, we'll let them. They're going to end up eating their own junk in the end, right? Anyway, let me just read what this said. This says, so it's about trials, obviously, but it's also about truth being highlighted. And it says, blessed is the man who did not rebel against the truth. In other words, when the truth comes, we don't try to hide it. We don't try to run away from it. We don't rebel against it. We accept the truth because it sets us free. I say that all the time on this channel. So blessed is the man who did not rebel against the truth, did not sin, and did not betray. He does not know painful remorse. He is not afraid of exposure. If you did something, you go, okay, I did it. You take full responsibility if something's exposed, because you know that it sets you and I free, right? And so he does not know painful remorse. He is not afraid of exposure. He lives in peace with himself. And you and I know that when we got the truth and we face the truth, we got peace on the inside. It says he will not be shaken by someone else's penetrating gaze. And he is not afraid of righteous judgment. Let him give you the evil eye. You and I have peace on the inside because we got the truth. They'll be running away from you and I. It says, listen to the voice of your conscience. Do not keep dark and shameful. Do you keep dark and shameful secrets? Sorry. Will you withstand the trial? Because trial is going to come, even if you're standing in the truth, because the wicked will try to trip us up every time. Will you withstand this trial? And so the question is, we cut away a lot of stuff, even forgiving ourselves for past things or generational things that have been passed down to us that maybe we were, upset about what came down to us, what we found out. I got on this channel and talked about my whole life became a lie to me. Everybody in it was, I was just like, my God, masks came off everywhere. And so when the time of testing hits you and I, what do we look like in that? Only you could answer that question for yourself. Listen to the voice of your conscience. Face it, right? I say all the time, get in the mirror and talk to yourself if you have to. But be truthful with yourself. Do you keep dark and shameful secrets? Will you withstand the trial? Stand before justice. Stand before this, because it's coming. The sun's going to be there right in that constellation soon. We're going to feel it. It's karmic energy coming. Get it taken care of now, y'all. This is serious. Will you withstand the trial? Stand before justice. Here's a shining sword in the hands of a judge. A sign of law. Spiritual law and natural law. Strict and just. And if you and I are not strict and just within ourselves, then we're screwed. Right? We really are. Then we're liars and deceivers and stuff like that. And so the hot iron is a test of God's judgment. When we're tested, we have to hold that up. Let it be highlighted. Face the truth. Even expose it if we have to, regardless of what it makes other people feel like. Because actually, in the end, it really is benefiting not just you for doing it, but the person that you're doing it for, so that they can look in their own mirror. It's important. So the hot iron is a test of God's judgment. If you are noble and pure, the sword will not touch you. Beautiful. If you are noble and pure, this sword will not touch you, and the iron will not burn your hands. If you forget about honor, loyalty, and mercy, then you will pay your debt in full. This card reminds us that the world must remain in equilibrium, and it will balance itself out. With or without us facing it, it will come and balance it out anyway. It's important, y'all. The truth is important. And if people run from the truth, they're going to get caught up with that sword facing them anyway. I just was just so blown away with how that was described in that book. I just had to share it with you all because, like I say all the time, it's great for us to look at positive and negative things. It keeps us in line, and it lets us understand that we're not spoiled little brats. Some people think that they are spoiled brats and getting away with stuff, but they're not, because the sword of truth does come in front of each and every one of us sometime or another, and we're either going to face it or we're going to get cut away by it. It'll chop us to pieces if we're not truthful within it. If you're a person that is trying to run from some kind of truth, I just again and again will encourage you to face it. Like I said, I've done some readings today, and I've seen some energy on there that I hate seeing. There was a couple of reads for the second half of September. I said, I hope that this didn't even resonate with anybody, what came out. And even if all that was testing for someone because things wanted to come back up, hopefully that's just a testing of what is going to happen if they get into lies and deception. Even if they had found themselves there in the past and they, like I said, cut it away, and when those things try to come back up, you got to cut it away. You got to push it down. You got to be completely honest with yourself, because the balance scales are on their way. They're already here. It's already showing itself to us. I seen this card, I think it was last week, 2 different times before I even had started the camera. It had begun to show itself. And it's coming, and it's time to face the truth. It really is time to face the truth and not be afraid of it, because it's going to set you and I free. It sets us free. I just wanted to share that. I'm probably going to do another video here in just a minute. Do it like just because reading, because I'm bored. But I just wanted to share that because it was so profound to me. Justice, the truth. Face it. It's beautiful. Shalom, y'all.